Hey guys, so today I just want to give you 6 principles teaching you the manifestation co-creation process. So 6 principles of the manifestation co-creation process. This is for people who would like to manifest and co-create, put themselves in a position to co-create with the universe. Okay, so the first step is to understand your desires and your will. So whenever you want to do something, the first thing you need to do is figure out what is it that you want to do and why. So you're not going to be able to co-create with the universe if your foundation is faulty. So for example, if I want to do a lot of things with the universe, and when I started my spiritual journey a few years ago, I went through a process, and that process, I didn't understand it at the time, but that process was getting me in a position to be able to receive and co-create with the universe. You can't do that if your will is faulty, if your will is selfish, if your will is reactive instead of proactive. You have to put yourself in a position with a solid foundation. If the foundation of your being is not of God, if it's not divine, I teach that you are God and God is you. And what would prevent you from knowing that and living that is doing things that is against God's nature, which is against your nature. So the first step is, what are my desires and where do they stem from? So if you want to be a millionaire, okay, but you want to be a millionaire to prove everybody else wrong, that's dumb as fuck. Like, you don't do something. Your life purpose isn't to prove somebody else wrong. Your life purpose is to fulfill something, fulfill yourself. It's to help advance the world, to help advance light in the world, or advance the world in some way, advance your families in some way, advance your life in some way. And it shouldn't be based on a feeling that is associated with rejection from another person, place, or thing. So anyway, the first step is to decide, what do I want out of life and why? Second step is the process of repairing the ego, or removing yourself of the ego, removing yourself of pain and rejection and whatever it is that's hurting you from, or preventing you from knowing yourself. You're preventing you from co-creating with God, preventing the relationship that you have with God or whatever. Yes, I said God is you. You are part of God, but that also means being a part of the Holy Trinity. There's 3 aspects of God: Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. The Creator, the Son, which is you, and the Holy Spirit of God living inside of you. In order to keep that from, for example, some people are in a state of unknowing. They can't co-create with the universe. They can't speak to the Holy Spirit inside of them, or they can't see themselves as God because they have so many distractions that's around them. They have self-hate. They have lack of confidence. They have a lack of knowledge. It's so many things that will prevent them from being able to know themselves. So in order to co-create with yourself and co-create with the divine as 3 as 1, you have to remove yourself of those things that's preventing you from doing that. So first step is what do you want and why? The second step is the process of removing yourself of the ego, and know that this isn't even something that, if you won't do it, but you're called, if you're chosen one and you're called to do something, you're going to be going through this process anyway. God is going to put you through the process. The divine is going to lead you through it, but it's all going to be for the removal of, for your good, because it's the removal of the ego, or removal of things that's blocking that knowledge, that flow, blocking the flow and energy of the universe from your life or whatever. And the third is balance, balancing your inner divine feminine and divine masculine. That is taking all 4 elements, taking the dualities of yourself, your divine masculine, meaning your drive, your will, your ability, the practicality to get things done, resources or whatever, mixing that with your divine feminine, your spirituality, your emotions, your just everything spiritual, the spiritual aspects of yourself, in order to be put in a position to co-create with the universe. Again, to be a whole person, you have to manage and balance your inner divine feminine and masculine energy, so that you can be in a position to receive from the tree of life and co-create with the universe. The tree of life, the Sephiroth. If you want to know more about that, you can research Kabbalah. It's also in my book, The Power of I Am, which is on Amazon, and I'll put the link below. But for now, it's just basically being in a position to manifest by balancing your divine masculine and divine feminine energies. And then number 4 would be to, again, repair that lack of balance. So if you are on the journey to manifestation, you are learning how to manifest and co-create with the universe and putting yourself in a position to receive from the divine, from the tree of life, then you're going to go through a balancing process. So if you are a highly spiritual person and you're not putting it into practical things, like you're highly creative, but you're not practically doing what you need to do to bring those things into fruition, then your repair will be finding balance or finding what is imbalance and then tipping the scales. So you want the scales to be, at the same level. You don't want them to be like this. So if you're highly spiritual and it's like this, or you're highly, whatever, you have to find out where you are on that scale and try to balance it, because you don't want to be all emotions. You want to balance your emotions. You don't want to be all spirituality and intellect. You want to balance that with practicality and reality and passion, and putting those things and creating things in the universe so that you can be the empress or you can be the emperor that you're supposed to be. Then you have spiritual guidance. So like this video, or finding that guidance you need, finding the light, seeking the light. I get guidance from my spirit guides in dreams, numerology, gematria. I'm able to notice the signs and communicate with the divine that way. I am also in a position to receive from the tree of life because I have received guidance from my guides and from doing my research and reading my books. That's why I was able to write the book, The Power of I Am, and help people to balance their divine masculine and feminine. I can give spiritual advice because I've been giving my advice straight from the source, straight from the divine, straight from the spirit realm, because that's where I am. I went through my spiritual journey. So seeking that guidance to help you along your way, whether it be from a person like me or whether it be from, dreams or your spirit guides, if you're in tune with your spirit guides. And lastly, 6 is to create. So if you got to create to manifest. So you have to, once you've balanced all of that and you know what you want to do, how you want to create or the impact you want to make on the world, then create your products. You got to, you have to have the product. You have to have the business to create whatever it is. You start putting the practical methods. You figure out a strategy. You still got to strategize. You still got to figure out a practical way to get things done. You're co-creating with the universe. You're co-creating with spirit. That means you have your part too. And it's equal importance. The spirit is not going to do it for you. You work together. So it's about focusing on your niche and putting a winning strategy and iteration together to put yourself in a position not only to receive from the tree of life, but also to give to others. So hope that wasn't too quick. I explain more in my book, The Power of I Am. I released edition 1, which is teaching the heart of wisdom and how to hear from God and how to manifest with your divine masculine and divine feminine energies. I'll put the link below. I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me at Ashley Guillard on Instagram. Thanks, guys.